Philippine officials are headed to Kuwait to discuss the issue of visa suspension for newly hired Filipinos. The Foreign Affairs Department earlier said that it will not compromise the welfare of OFWs by lifting the deployment ban without proper safeguards. Gilas Pilipinas bounces back in both the men's and women's division after stunning losses in previous games. And Makati's Michelle D has been crowned Miss Universe Philippines. We'll take a look at the highlights of last night's pageant and Michelle's winning answer in the Q&A round. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your weekend. I am Mon Gualvez. We begin today's newscast with the National Privacy Commission launching an investigation into unauthorized deductions on GCash. The NPC said it is now investigating a possible data breach involving GCash accounts that were reportedly compromised. The agency assured the public that it is closely monitoring the incident and is taking the necessary steps. A number of GCash clients reported unauthorized deductions in their personal accounts on May 8. GCash earlier said that phishing and not hacking was behind the incident. Philippine officials will visit Kuwait this month to clarify the suspension of new entry visas. Kuwait reportedly issued the visa suspension due to the Philippines' non-compliance to a 2018 agreement. But the DFA insists that the Philippines did not violate any deal. Recall that in February, the Philippines imposed a deployment ban on Kuwait following the death of Julie Ranara at the hands of her employer's son.
Wala tayong nilabag, sinusunod lang natin yung batas natin.
Yes. Ito yung visit na yan. This visit we will be talking to them about everything, especially pertinent to this. At importante yun, as I said, because we have to keep the communication lines constant.
Meanwhile, Manila Economic and Cultural Office Chairman Silvestre Bello III assures that OFWs in Taiwan are safe. This is on the back of growing tension in the Taiwan Strait involving China and the United States.
The situation in Taiwan is very normal. Walang tension, walang kaguluhan. Yung ating mga kababayan doon, everybody informed me, said there is nothing to worry about here.
Makati City's Michelle D has been crowned Miss Universe Philippines. Aside from being the big winner of the night, Michelle also took home the Best Evening Gown Award. She will be representing the country at the 72nd Miss Universe pageant in El Salvador later this year. But it wasn't all glitz and glamour in last night's pageant. A technical issue prompted organizers to tally results manually. After announcing the top 10, the organization decided to bring back the top 18 candidates to take part in the evening gown portion. The Miss Universe Philippines team has yet to issue an official statement explaining what happened. Meanwhile, for the Q&A portion, the top 5 candidates were asked, what is the best thing that the Philippines has to offer? Michelle's winning answer? Filipinos. Michelle said that Pinoys are the true heart and soul of the country. She added that she will always be proud to call herself Pinoy no matter where the universe takes her. Some queens were also special guests in the event, including Miss Universe 2019 Zozibini Tunzi and reigning Miss Universe Phil-Am Arboni Gabriel. Before arriving in Manila for the Miss Universe Philippines coronation, reigning Miss Universe Arboni Gabriel had a chat with our very own Kathy Yang. Here's a sneak peek of their conversation, but catch the full interview on Tuesday here on One News.
She's a title holder of many firsts and aims to elevate Filipino and Asian American representation in the pageant world. She is the first Filipino American to win both Miss USA and Miss Universe, and she is the CEO of her own sustainable clothing line. Joining us now in New York for Thought Leaders, please welcome Miss Arboni Gabriel. Good to see you, Arboni. How is it going?
Hello, thank you for having me. It's going well here in New York.
Well, how are you feeling ahead of your Philippine visit? We're all looking forward to that. You're the special guest of the Miss Universe Philippines 2023 Coronation Night.
I am really looking forward to it as well. This is going to be a very special trip. I've been waiting for this to happen, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm very excited about it. I haven't been to the Philippines since 2018, so to come back now as Miss Universe, I know will be such a special experience.
5 years. That's a long time for you not to get back here, and you'll get your fill of ensamadas for sure. Your favorite Filipino pastry.
My favorite.
Yeah, you know your dad, Remigio R. Bonzon, often took you on trips back to the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. What has he said about his roots here and how his journey took him to the U.S.?
My father tells me of growing up with his 7 siblings in Manila, Philippines all the time. And, you know, he grew up in church, and that really opened up a world of opportunities. And that's where he was actually had an opportunity of a scholarship. Somebody in church told him about a scholarship to come to America. And my dad was very studious. He was very hardworking, and he was very observant, he said, growing up. So when he found this opportunity for the scholarship, he went full force for it, and that was kind of his ticket into America. He was the first one of his whole family to do so, and that opened the door for his other siblings to come and other people in his family to come to America and just to build that life and, you know, to work hard and work towards the American dream.
And his closest to the church also is something that he brought to the U.S. because your dad and your mom, Dana, got married here in the Philippines.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I am Mon Gualvez. The Los Angeles Lakers is advancing to the NBA's Western Conference Finals. The team led by LeBron James pummeled the defending champs, the Golden State Warriors, in an epic playoff match on Saturday. LeBron delivered 30 points in the game, securing their spot in the Western Finals 122-101. So far, Lakers have won 7 straight games in the play-in tournament. This marks the first time that the Warriors lost a Western Conference playoff series. Here's an update on the 32nd Southeast Asian Games. Gilas bounced back with a lopsided win against Singapore 105-45, safely making it to the semis. The men's basketball team started off strong with 25-9, keeping their distance from Singapore throughout the game, ending in their 60-point lead victory. Meanwhile, the Gilas women also won their match against Vietnam with a whopping 58-point lead at the 116-58. However, the Pinay dribblers will have a harder time getting a three-peat gold after their costly game with the unbeaten Indonesia team last Friday. A round-robin format is used in the women's division, with the top team automatically taking the gold medal. Pinoy tennis players Ruben Gonzalez and Francis Alcantara bagged the gold in men's doubles after a hard-fought game against Indonesia. The duo, nicknamed the El Niños, was down one set, but that didn't stop them from still taking the win, fueled by the fact that they were the only chance for a podium finish in tennis. In Taekwondo, gold medals kept pouring in. Kurt Barbosa snagged his third straight gold in the SEA Games, besting all his foes in the under 54 kilogram category. Meanwhile, Arven Alcantara beat Thailand, clinching the gold in the under 68 kilogram category. Samuel Morrison also took gold for the country, his fourth in 4 different weight classifications. And Kirsty Elaine Alora ends the second day of the competition with another gold. She now has 4 golds and 4 silvers in the SEA Games. Team Philippines remains at the 6th spot in the medal tally of the 32nd Southeast Asian Games with 178 medals, 37 of which are gold. Still at number 1 is Vietnam with a total of 253 medals. Next is Thailand, followed by Cambodia, Indonesia, and Singapore. Right below the Philippines is Malaysia, Myanmar, Laos, and Brunei. Timor-Leste still at the bottom of the pack. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I am Mon Gualvez. We are One News.